As soon as I sit down, you can get started.
Christy Heinrich grew up competing as a gymnast. By the age of 16, she made the national team in the year 1986. When she was competing at nationals, a judge told her that she had a shot at making the Olympic team, only if she lost weight. According to People magazine, her mother reported that she started eating at most 3 apples a day. Weighing only 90 pounds, she tried out for the Olympic team but didn't make it. According to People magazine, Christy felt like a failure to her teammates, her family, and most of all, she disappointed herself. The eating disorder progressed. As a swimmer for 10 years, I've seen countless of my teammates suffer from the same eating disorder to improve their performance. Why am I telling you this? According to a 2008 article published by USA Today, 1/3 of female athletes struggle with an eating disorder. I'm Krista Giordano, and today I will inform you on the prevalence of eating disorders among athletes. I'll explain to you what an eating disorder is, what the causes are, and what the side effects. This is Christy Heinrich when she was performing at the Olympic trials, and that is when she dropped down to her lowest weight. So, what makes athletes more prevalent? There's no definite medical cause to why athletes have eating disorders, but according to an article posted on eatingdisorders.org, 1 out of 100 people under 21 suffer from eating disorders. At John Jay, there's over 12,000 students. So in relation, that means there's over 120 students that have eating disorders. According to WebMD, eating disorders are inherited and they're genetic. If family members are obese, they become afraid of developing the same disorder as obesity. Personality types also make people more prevalent to have eating disorders. Some people who have to try to be perfect all the time feel that eating disorders will help them appear perfect. Someone dealing with stressful life events can't balance their busy schedule, and eating disorders help them take some sort of control over their life. Athletes are more prevalent to have eating disorders because they have pressure from their coaches to improve their performance, and the athletes don't want to disappoint their coaches. Athletes are compared to their teammates, they get pressure from their teammates, and parents, family, and friends don't want to be disappointed. Another cause of eating disorder are big life changes. Athletes in college have struggled to balance practice, exceed at meets or competitions, balance their homework, and then also try to have a social life. If parents are going through divorce, it also is a big life change that they're going through, and they need to regain their control over what they don't have control of. So, what is an eating disorder? There's 3 main types. First type is anorexia nervosa, and it's a psychological disorder where one doesn't eat or barely consumes enough calories. According to WebMD, anorexia is a sign of control and a way to minimize fear or control their body, and they don't want to grow up, so they want to maintain looking young. Begins as a way to lose weight, and it progresses to an obsession. A most common other eating disorder is bulimia nervosa. And that is when bulimics eat a lot of food, which is a binge, and then they try to get rid of it either by vomiting or taking laxative. The binge gives them comfort, but then it makes them feel guilty, ashamed, or afraid of gaining weight. Eating too much causes them to feel out of control, so the purge helps them regain the control. The most subtle, but still a sort of eating disorder, is when people have compulsive exercise addiction. That is people who over-exercise and attempt to control their weight or lose weight. They need to burn at least 3 times as many calories that they're consuming. According to Sports Medicine magazine, compulsive exercisers don't enjoy working out, but they feel that it's necessary, like how a drug addict needs to take their drugs. This is most common in athletes because they think that when they practice or they run or perform to lose most calories, they are going to be better at their sport. So, what's so bad about eating disorders? What's wrong with over-exercising? There's nothing wrong with it, people may think. But according to medicinenet.org, people who are anorexic suffer from amenorrhea, which means that it's common in women when they have no menstrual cycle. They'll have osteoporosis, or they have low blood pressure and heart rate. The side effects of bulimia from the acid constantly in their mouth and throat cause them tooth or enamel decay, acid reflux, or gum disease. Their bones thin, their hair thins, and it often falls out. Their blood also becomes very thin. They also have kidney and heart damage. Compulsive exercisers have muscle strains and tears, stress fractures, and tendinitis. Do you remember Christy Heinrich in the beginning of the speech? Well, her struggle with her eating disorder brought her to a hospital where she lived off a feeding tube. After being in a hospital for 10 days and starting to recover, she died at the age of 22 with multiple organ failures, and she weighed only 47 pounds. Eating disorders are 100% preventable, and not enough people are aware about it. If more people are aware about it, then they could be cured, and the eating disorders will be on the decline. Thank you.
Nice, very nice. We have to work you away from reading so much, but I think it was really very interesting. 6 minutes and 30 seconds. We got to go with the next speaker.